Anxiety is trying to control what you never could. That's what Mia realized as she sat in her cramped apartment, heart pounding, scrolling through her phone at 2 a.m. The news was a fire hose of chaos, economic collapse, political scandals, a storm brewing off the coast that might hit her city. Her inbox was worse, a passive-aggressive email from her boss about a missed deadline, a text from her mom hinting at another family drama, and a notification that her rent was due in 3 days. Her bank account was a bad joke. She felt like she was drowning, her mind a hamster wheel of what-ifs. What if she lost her job? What if the storm hit? What if she couldn't pay rent? Mia's phone buzzed again, a new email. Her stomach twisted as she opened it. It was from her landlord, a curt reminder about the rent, with a line about late fees in bold. She tossed the phone onto the couch and pressed her palms to her eyes, willing the panic to stop. It didn't. Her thoughts spiraled, I'm going to be homeless. I'm a failure. Why can't I get it together? She stood, pacing the tiny living room, her bare feet cold against the hardwood. On her bookshelf, wedged between self-help books she'd never finished, was a dog-eared copy of a Stoic philosophy text she'd bought on a whim years ago. She hadn't touched it in months, but something made her grab it now. The pages fell open to a quote she'd underlined, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." Epictetus. She stared at the words, her breath shallow. Below it, in her own messy handwriting, she'd scrawled, "Focus only on what you can control. Let the rest burn." Mia sank onto the couch, the book in her lap. The words felt like a lifeline, but how could they help when everything was falling apart? She read the quote again, slower this time. Some things are up to us. Okay, what was up to her? She grabbed a notepad and a pen, her hands shaky but determined. She started writing. Things I can control. Asterisk my effort at work. Asterisk how I respond to my boss's email. Asterisk how I manage my money right now. Asterisk how I prepare for the storm. Things I can't control. Asterisk whether the storm hits. Asterisk what my boss thinks of me. Asterisk my mom's drama. Asterisk the economy. She stared at the list. The can't control column felt like a weight lifting, just a little. Those things weren't her burden. They never had been. But she'd been carrying them anyway, letting them choke her with worry. The can control list, though, that was hers. That was where she could act. Mia opened her laptop and drafted a reply to her boss. She kept it professional, apologizing for the missed deadline and outlining a plan to catch up. It wasn't perfect, but it was something. She felt a flicker of calm as she hit send. Next, she checked her budget. She had enough for rent if she skipped eating out and cancelled a couple subscriptions. Tight, but doable. She logged into her accounts and made the changes, her fingers steadier now. The storm was trickier. She couldn't stop it, but she could prepare. She filled a few water bottles, checked her flashlight batteries, and moved her important documents to a waterproof bag. It wasn't much, but it was enough to quiet the voice in her head screaming you're not ready. By 3 a.m., Mia's apartment was still. The panic hadn't vanished, but it was softer, like a radio turned down low. She looked at her list again. The can't control column stared back, full of things she'd wasted so much energy on. Let the rest burn, she thought. The economy could crash, her mom could keep stirring drama, the storm could come or not. Those weren't her fights. Her fight was here, in the choices she made, the actions she took. The next morning, Mia woke to a gray sky and the distant rumble of thunder. Her phone buzzed with another news alert about the storm's path, but she didn't open it. Instead, she made coffee, sat at her kitchen table, and opened her laptop to start work early. Her boss replied to her email, tone less icy than before, agreeing to her plan. It wasn't a win, but it was progress. As rain began to tap against her window, Mia felt something new, not peace, exactly, but clarity. Anxiety had always come from clutching at things she couldn't hold, other people's opinions, the future, the world's chaos. But now she saw the line, sharp and clean, between what was hers and what wasn't. She couldn't control the storm outside, but she could control the one inside her. The lesson wasn't a cure. Anxiety would come back, she knew that. But now she had a rule, a tool: focus on what's yours, let the rest go. And as the rain fell harder, Mia sipped her coffee and got to work, one small, controllable step at a time.
I just want to take a moment to say a huge thank you for watching and supporting my story, The Dichotomy of Control. Your time, engagement, and kind feedback mean the world to me. I hope Mia's journey resonated with you and maybe even inspired you to focus on what you can control while letting the rest go. Keep sharing your thoughts, I love hearing from you. Until next time, take care and stay empowered.